Thinking about remodeling to boost your home's appeal? Be careful. Some popular trends can actually hurt your resale value.
That's right. Today, we'll cover 7 common remodeling trends that can make it harder to sell your home and share alternatives that attract more buyers.
Welcome back. I'm Callie from JSB Home Solutions, and I'm here with Kendra from the Carter Group with Keller Williams. And together, we've seen how certain remodeling trends can actually work against homeowners when you're ready to sell your home.
Yeah, some trends may look amazing now, but they can quickly fall out of favor or make your home feel less appealing to buyers. When a trend limits flexibility or adds high maintenance features, it can make buyers think twice, and that can affect your home's resale value.
Exactly. And this video is all about helping you avoid those pitfalls. We're breaking down 7 common remodeling trends that might look great now, but could turn buyers off or hurt your home's value down the line.
Our goal is to help you make smart, buyer-friendly decisions so that when it is time to sell, your home appeals to the widest audience possible, not limiting your buyer pool.
And if you find these insights helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more advice on remodeling and selling. And by the end, you'll know which trends to avoid and practical alternatives that will make your home more enjoyable now and attractive to buyers in the future. So let's dive into the specific trends we recommend avoiding if you're thinking about resale. Each of these trends might seem appealing at first, but they can ultimately make it harder to sell your home or reduce its value.
Yeah, we'll go over each trend and share alternatives that add style and value without limiting your home's appeal. Let's start with the first trend to watch out for: over-the-top luxury kitchen and bathroom upgrades.
While high-end finishes and designer appliances may look stunning, they can actually work against you when it's time to sell.
Over-the-top features can make your home the most expensive on the block, which can scare off buyers. Instead, focus on quality, moderately priced finishes that create a stylish touch without pushing buyers out of their budget.
The next one is high-maintenance outdoor living areas. And features like pools and elaborate landscaping might seem attractive, but they often come with high maintenance.
Yeah, speaking of high maintenance, you mentioned someone using a countertop as a backsplash, which I've actually seen that done before, and it can add a really luxury touch, but you mentioned dusting.
Yeah, there was, in the video that I saw this on, there was a lip at the top, and it was decorative. It looked really cool, but my first thought was, now I have to dust my backsplash because there's this exposed lip at the top. And I'm all about making cleaning as simple as possible, and especially when it comes to dusting.
Yeah, so thinking about maintenance is also really important when choosing these selections. But back to outside, you want low maintenance spaces, so a complex outdoor setup can actually reduce offers. A better option, consider adding a deck, a patio, or a sunroom. Vinyl or aluminum sunrooms specifically provide outdoor enjoyment without the upkeep of a pool or extensive landscaping. The other thing I'll mention about a pool, a lot of folks, when I've gone on listing appointments, are like, oh, we have a pool that's going to increase our value. Appraisers actually don't include a pool in that appraised value, and in some instances, it actually deters buyers.
So the next one is overly personalized kitchens and bathrooms.
Yeah, personalized kitchens and bathroom designs, while they might reflect your style, they also can make buyers think about the cost of updating it later.
Exactly. Bold cabinetry colors, unique fixtures, or themed decor may look really cool, but buyers often prefer neutral and adaptable designs. Think classic cabinetry and timeless tile options, and you can always add your personality with decor that's easy to change. The next thing to avoid is specialty room conversions. And what we mean by this is turning a room into something that can only be used for one thing, like turning a bedroom into a gym or a theater or offices can limit the appeal of your home because now you don't have any flex space.
I have a really good one here. 4-bedroom, 3-bath property. That's how it was marketed. When you actually went into the house, it was 3 bedrooms. They converted a bedroom into a premier walk-in closet. So it was a bedroom with access to the hallway. They busted out a wall from the premier bedroom to make it a premier closet. Now, not only did they do that, they added a sink vanity, which was great for someone that wanted to use it as a walk-in closet. But when it came to resale, it was photographed as a closet. It had the sink in it, which was going to be an expensive conversion back to the bedroom. It had a beautiful closet system. That property sat on the market for quite a while because people couldn't see how to convert it back into a bedroom. So just another thing, like just be careful when you're taking away bathrooms or bedrooms and making spaces super unique.
And one thing that you could do instead is if you need an office space and all you have is a spare bedroom, get yourself a Murphy bed that can fold up. You can have your office space, and when you have guests coming over, you just unfold it, and there you go. Your guest bedroom is still there.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing in my house, so I love that one. Another one we have is excessive technology integration. Sometimes these upgrades can be a selling point, like thermostats, but over-investing in technology can turn off buyers if it feels overwhelming or becomes outdated quickly.
Yes, buyers like tech that's easy to update, like a smart thermostat or plug-and-play devices, but overly integrated systems can end up becoming more of a hassle than a help down the line. So it's best to keep tech upgrades simple and flexible.
One note here is whole home intercoms. Now, when I was growing up, that was cool. We still have it at my mom and dad's house, but I've seen many, many houses, a lot of them in Upper Arlington, where they have these awesome whole home intercoms where a big storm 5 years ago and now they don't work. So even though we're kind of out of that tech with whole home intercoms, it's something to think about down the road, because now for someone to change that, they have to rewire that whole system or break in a drywall to get it out of the house.
Yeah. The next one that we have on our list is expanding the master suite too much.
Yeah, when we talk about premier suites these days, I personally, that's gonna be where I spend my time in the house, but if you're taking away, like I just mentioned, that closet space, or excuse me, the bedroom for a closet space, you're hurting a different part of the house down the line. So it's just really important to think about what your total square footage is and the impact that it's gonna have on the whole property. One thing I'm seeing a lot of our new home builders doing is taking a premier bath out to add a second premier closet. So 2 closets instead of a bath. Now, for some people, that's a deal breaker not to have a bath. But other people that don't care about a bath, they want a big bougie shower and 2 closets. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely take into account the entire square footage that you have allocated to that premier space and just be careful with overexpanding.
So buyers usually want a balanced layout, like you were saying, with comfortable secondary bedrooms instead of this giant oversized master suite. Finally, removing closets or storage to create more open space might sound appealing, but storage is key for a lot of buyers.
Yeah, reducing storage can make a home feel less functional. Instead, improve existing storage by adding organizers or upgrading with built-ins, which keeps the space functional while enhancing appeal.
When it comes to remodeling for resale, it's easy to get caught up in trends that seem exciting now, but may limit your home's appeal later. By avoiding these trends, you can make sure your updates actually help and not hurt your home's value.
And if you're considering a remodeling with resale in mind, focus on projects that buyers consistently value, like upgraded kitchens and bathrooms, energy efficient appliances, and low maintenance outdoor spaces like decks or sunrooms. These types of products offer solid returns and enhance your home's appeal.
Other smart investments include neutral design choices, flexible spaces, and modern but simple technology upgrades. And these updates give your home a fresh, move-in ready feel without alienating potential buyers. At JSB Home Solutions, we're here to help you make remodeling decisions that make your home enjoyable now and attractive to future buyers. And with Kendra's market expertise, you'll be in great hands for listing your home at its best. You'll find both websites linked in the description as well as on your screen. Reach out today to start planning updates that pay off.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights on making the most of your home's value and appeal.
We'll see you next time with more tips on remodeling and prepping your home to sell. Until then, happy renovating.